4, 3, 2, 1.
Cue music.
This is Movies First with Alex First.
Riddle me this. When is a film unworthy of a cinematic release? If you answered, when it looks and sounds like a dud, you'd be right. And I've found just such a movie. 6 months ago, Englishman Henry Copper, Sam Claflin, published a book, The Sensible Heart, that is not selling. In it, he opines that love must be practical, and he avoids references to sex. No wonder it doesn't sell. Book readings are devoid of people. It appears that the bloke is totally clueless. His publisher, Jen Spencer, Lucy Punch, seems to have ditched him, until suddenly and unexpectedly he receives a call from her. That's when she reveals to him that his boring tome is a massive hit, a #1 seller in fact, in Mexico. Apparently, a publisher there, Pedro Horacio Villalobos, has had it translated, and it's raking in big bucks. The next day, Copper is on a flight to Mexico to begin a book tour, one where he is the star attraction and his readers fawn over him. There to guide him is his translator, a feisty single mum and bar worker, Maria Rodriguez, played by Verónica Echegui, with her 80-year-old grandfather Max, Fernando Becerril, and son Diego, Rai Gaitan, in tow. Let's just say she didn't literally translate Copper's book. She rewrote it and spiced it up liberally. The promotional poster, with the Mills and Boon-like ripping bodice imagery, says it all. Copper, of course, has no idea what Rodriguez did, and when he finds out, he's none too happy. But over the course of a few days, the pair is drawn to each other in a big way. Standing in their path is Rodriguez's estranged husband Antonio, Horacio Garcia Rojas, who, upon sensing Copper's interest in Rodriguez, decides to try to win her back.
Movies First with Alex First.
Written with David Quantick and directed by Analeine Cal y Mayor, Book of Love is a stinker, and here's why. The plot is transparent, wafer-thin, and totally far-fetched. The script is not even worthy of a midday telly movie on a free-to-air channel. The acting has no credibility attached to it. The actors lacked self-belief, and who could blame them? Lead Sam Claflin looked all at sea. There was no chemistry between him and Verónica Echegui. The kissing scenes were an ordeal to sit through. They had all the heat of a rundown battery. I have no idea why the filmmakers decided to add the grandfather to the plot, because he contributed next to nothing. The whole film, from go to woe, felt forced. It never found its groove, and cringeworthy moments were frequent. In fact, if anything, it got worse the longer it went. If it's a choice between taking the dog for a second walk for the day or having to sit through this drivel, the pooch is definitely a more attractive option. Book of Love is one almighty turn-off. It scores at 2 out of 10.
You've been listening to Movies First with Alex First.
Available at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or your favourite podcast player. You can also stream on demand at Bytes.com.
This has been another quality podcast production from Bytes.com.